afternoon, and welcome to Brock's 103rd Convocation ceremonies. The ceremony will begin shortly. Just a reminder to please turn off your cell phones during the event. At this time, I ask that you please remain seated for the procession of the graduands. I ask that you now direct your attention to the screens on either side of the stage. We will now show a brief video which provides a snapshot of Brock University's experience. Please remain seated. The faculty procession will begin shortly. That you please now rise at the sounding of the fanfare for the academic and chancellor's procession as they enter the gymnasium.
Please be seated. I declare the 103rd Convocation for the conferring of degrees and certificates in session. Chancellor Chichu, President Fearon, platform guests, graduating students, parents, and friends. Welcome to Brock University's Spring Convocation, a time of celebration for our students, families, and friends. On behalf of the Brock community, I would like to begin by acknowledging and honoring the many Indigenous peoples and ancestors on whose traditional lands we gather today. It is my pleasure this afternoon to introduce from the Chancellor's procession, Dr. Shirley Chichu, Chancellor of Brock University, Dr. Gervin Fearon, Vice Chancellor and President of Brock University, Carol Jacobs, Elder in Residence and member of the Cayuga Bear Clan, Lori Morrison, Mace Bearer and Brock University Senate, Dr. Tim Kenyon, Vice President Research, Dr. Thomas Dunk, Interim Provost and Vice President Academic, Dr. Michelle McGinn, Interim Associate Vice President Research, Dr. Greg Finn, Vice Provost and Associate Vice President Academic, Dr. Hilary Brown, recipient of the Faculty of Education Award for Excellence in Teaching and our guest to deliver today's convocation address. Dr. Ijaz Ahmed, Dean, Faculty of Mathematics and Science, Brian Hutchings, Vice President Administration, Dr. Diane DuPont, Interim Dean, Faculty of Graduate Studies, Dr. Anna Lathrop, Vice Provost, Teaching, Learning, and Student Success, and Dr. Michael Owen, Dean, Faculty of Education. Joining them on stage are university senators, faculty, staff, and student representatives from across the university. I would ask them to also please stand together and be recognized with their colleagues. Please be seated. I now invite Chancellor Chichu to deliver words of welcome.
I would like to thank the drummers for their honor song. I want to acknowledge the traditional territories of the many nations that I am standing on. I am honored to be part of this ceremony. Elder Cultural Consultant Carol Jacobs, President Freon, Board Chair Cumberford, Senate Chair Whitehead, trustees and senators, senior administrators, distinguished faculty, alumni, proud parents and family members, and most importantly, members of the graduation class of 2018. I welcome you to this graduation ceremony to celebrate all the achievements that had brought you here, and to all that you will achieve in the years ahead. It is a very special honor for me to be here with you today. Today, I chose to read to you lyrics from artists that have some inspiration to share to whomever is listening. Many of us listen to music without listening to what the artist is saying or is sharing. I'm still standing, Elton John. You could never know what it's like. Your blood like winter freezes just like ice. And there's a cold, lonely light that shines from you. You'll wind up like the wreck you hide behind the mask you use. And you think this fool could never will look at me. I'm coming back again. I got a taste of love in a simple way. And if you need to know while I'm still standing, you just fade away. Don't you know I'm still standing better than I ever did? Looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. I'm still standing after all this time, picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. I'm still standing. I'm still standing. Once I never could hope to win. You starting down the road, leaving me again. The threats you made were meant to cut me down. And if our love was just a circus, you'd be a clown by now. You know I'm still standing better than I ever did, looking like a true survivor, feeling like a kid. I'm still standing after all this time, picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. I'm still standing. I'm still standing. Don't you know I'm still standing better than I ever did, looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. I'm still standing after all this time. I'm still standing. I know this song is about a breakup, but this song gave me strength when I was dealing with my darkest moments in my life. I was taken away from my parents when I was 5 years old and put into residential schools thousands of miles away from my parents. I went through so much abuse during my time at those schools. In my late teens and into adulthood, I was self-destructive and I sabotaged my own journey. This song lifted my spirits and helped me to make change in my life. And I read this to you today because everyone will always be challenged by the dark side of their being. When or if you ever get to a very dark moment in your life, play this song and it will give you strength, and you will find yourself still standing and not standing alone. There will be many challenges and obstacles. If you respect advice from family, mentors, and elders, you will overcome anything together. Sometimes we forget to thank those people closest to us. Do not forget about those people that sacrificed and did everything for you to be where you are today. I have a son that graduated, and I know how each of your parents feel today. It is the hardest thing to express. And if your parents haven't said how proud or how much they love you, it's because they can't. But believe it, because it shows in every face in this room. This is the most important day in their lives as well, because they know they did something right. And everyone is saying to themselves, I'm still standing, as your parents put a lot of work behind your education. I want to say congratulations to all the graduates. Congratulations to all your parents for a hard work well done, and let's give them a heartfelt applause. Now, I have the great pleasure in declaring this graduation and awards ceremony open. Miigwech.
Good afternoon. Welcome, graduates, family members, friends, and dignitary all. I'd like to wish you a warm Brock welcome to all your proud families and friends who have come to be part of this very special day. Today, we celebrate our graduates and their hard work and dedication. Today, we also give recognition to the loved ones and their friends who have supported and encouraged them throughout their educational journey. We have all come a long way to get here today. Brock University was established in 1964 because of the determination of people across the community who saw the need for a university in Niagara to help to build a better future for this region, this province, and indeed this country. Today, more than a half a century later, look around you as you journey across the campus, as you walk through the buildings. Look around you, and you will see a 21st century university where dedicated staff, award-winning faculty members, Candor Research Chair provide a world-class education in the most outstanding and best facilities in Canada. Brock students graduate with the skills and knowledge and innovative thinking needed to support community development, social justice, economic and business competitiveness, and prosperity throughout the region. Our graduates are getting the jobs today while being poised for careers of the future. This is your Brock. This is your university. You represent the diversity, the strength, and future of our world and the inspiration of humanity. The Brock experience involved and that you've experienced here and gained from outstanding teaching, research excellence, opportunities in experiential and co-op education, community engagement, that's helped to forge the skills, knowledge, as well as the values you will use in the future as part of your leadership and success initiatives. I believe you would agree with me that your journey has been enabled by many supporters and many contributors. Besides your family and friends, these individuals include dedicated faculty and staff, motivated alumni and donors, forward-thinking Board of Trustees and Senate members, and engaged community partners. A university is a community, and the entire Brock community has provided the foundation for your launching of your future right here from this very stage, this very platform today. In fact, we're very happy to have some very special guests with us today at the university and as part of our university community. We're joined by a number of donors whose generous support and student awards have helped many individuals complete their academic program and have enabled so many of us and so many of you to cross these very stages. I think it's befitting to take a moment just to applaud all the donors and supporters that supported your education as well. Dear graduates, I hope that when you're able, that you too will follow the examples of these donors in helping others cross this very stage in years to come. Graduates, today we recognize and celebrate your accomplishments in completing the requirements of your degree. Your education and experience at Brock have prepared you to be engaged citizens, critical thinkers, and innovative members of society. You will contribute to the betterment of individuals, the transformation of communities, the leadership of nations, and new possibilities for all of us, indeed for humanity. In Canada, we see how success and prosperity can be achieved when we all work together in support of the betterment, the reconciliation, and the future of each other, and in general, humanity. I believe anyone who's been on this campus would see in our faculty, in our staff, in our students, and our supporters, this incredible spirit that we see here at Brock. Students, faculty, and staff come together to make significant contributions to our community, to global issues, and to the lives of others. Yet I also believe you would agree with me when I say our work is not all done. We still strive for progress in areas of health and wellness, the environment, the pursuit of peace and shared prosperity, social harmony and understanding, and even educational opportunities. We're still trying to reconcile developments such as artificial intelligence and the nature of work, the nature and future of humanity as a whole. We're still working to ensure that individuals have a sense of belonging and connectedness, not only to their own community, but to humanity as a whole. Brock has prepared you to participate, to assist in the building of great communities, whether here in the Niagara region or around the globe. The entire Brock University team and community have provided you with a foundation to succeed at your future endeavors. I look forward to your continued engagement with the university as alumni. I look forward to seeing the fantastic things that you will do in the future. On your special day, to each of you, congratulations. Congratulations to you, to your friends, to your family, and all those who've been a part of your support. For you, for Brock University, it is indeed a day of celebration. Thank you so much.
The Faculty of Education Teaching Award is presented annually to the professor in each faculty who, in the opinion of his or her students and peers, has displayed evidence of pedagogical excellence, qualities of superior teaching, enthusiasm for the discipline, and interest in the needs of students. Dr. Hilary Brown is an associate professor in the Department of Teacher Education, whose research interests and specialties include invitational and holistic teaching practices, self-study of teacher education practices, the use of autoethnography and duo ethnography to carry out research, and the use of duo ethnography as a pedagogical tool to promote deep reflection. Dr. Brown encourages her students to delve deeply into the self in order to both expose and reconcile their unconscious biases so that they can begin to understand the root of what may be holding them back from connecting with another human being, specifically with their students. Prior to coming to Brock University, Dr. Brown spent 16 years teaching grades 7 and 8 students in the Halton District School Board. She was also an accomplished athlete before her teaching career got started, racing in the first ever Women's Tour de France bike race in 1984 and becoming the first Canadian woman to finish the Ironman triathlon in Hawaii in 1982. I'm actually quite envious of that, just doing a marathon. The diverse background of athletes and teaching has helped Dr. Brown to become a holistic teacher practitioner, focusing on the emotional, social, spiritual, and cognitive needs of her students. As Dean, I take great pleasure in inviting Dr. Hilary Brown from the Department of Teacher Education to receive the Brock University Faculty Award for Excellence in Teaching. Dr. Brown.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Chancellor Chichu, President and Vice Chancellor Farron, platform party members, parents, guardians, family members, husbands, wives, and especially you, the graduating class of 2018. Congratulations, you made it through unit plans, lesson plans, learning how to assess, of, for, as, learning how to differentiate, how to modify, accommodate, collaborate. You taught in subject areas that at the outset were foreign and even scary for you. You supported each other in your field placements, and you learned how to work with colleagues, associate teachers, and learners who are different from you. And that only touches the surface of your learning journey to becoming a teacher-learner. But let me ask you this. Did you ever stop and wonder, how did I arrive at this moment? What experiences have informed who I am? And what kind of teacher will I grow into? And am I worth learning from? These are the enduring questions that, when reflected upon, have the potential to sustain a long and fulfilling teaching and learning career. And that is what I want to speak to you about today. I would like to share 4 principles that are central to my teaching and learning practice, and that may provide you with some guidance of how to transition into this wonderful profession with the intention to flourish throughout the duration of your entire career. Number one, no surprise, start with the self. In 1997, I had my first formal teacher evaluation, and the vice principal recommended I complete a Master of Education degree so that I could name what I do. I followed her advice, I applied and was accepted into Brock's MEd program. That changed my life, but that's another story for another time. Moving the theory that I was learning in the evening classes into practice during the day sustained me. It is what I needed at that moment, only 6 years into my teaching career, when I was feeling that unsettled kind of nature of teaching and learning. For my thesis, I completed a participatory action research project that answered the question, what nourishes the adolescent spirit in the classroom? Through my research, I quickly came to know that by meeting the social, emotional, spiritual needs of learners, essentially their well-being, that this concurrently created a foundations for students to thrive academically. This is what Tranter, Carson, and Boland, in their very new book that just came out, have named the third path. The third path unites the development of both achievement and well-being into one comprehensive yet complementary pursuit. If we want to develop our students in new ways, then we as teachers must be willing to develop ourselves in new ways. Seligman, in his book Flourish, asks, can students flourish if their students aren't? What a great question. I believe we owe it to ourselves as well as to our students to focus on our personal well-being. By working on our own social, emotional, spiritual well-being, we then can determine how we can rethink our approach so how we teach for achievement and well-being becomes more important than what we teach. Number two, become a responsive educator. I want to share a story about Kurt, a pseudonym. He was an active and impulsive and well-known student in the playground. In fact, that is where I met him on the very first day of school. Over the course of the year, I got to know Kurt every time I had to settle a conflict or a misunderstanding on the playground. In January of that year, that school year, a colleague of mine told me I should be teaching Kurt in grade 8. My immediate narrow reflex response was, no, I don't think so. But she insisted that I was the right person to work with him. Finally, I asked her how she knew Kurt, for she was a new teacher in the school and he had entered the school in grade 7, and then we sat down, a conversation ensued, and I got to know Kurt's story. The following September, Kurt was in my class. Just as she predicted, we hit it off. He was funny, engaging, loved attention, and I did my best to respond to his needs. Suffice to say, we had our moments of discord, and he and I had many one-on-one conferences where I would listen while he talked, and then I taught him to listen while I talked. And I utilized a variety of strategies and created a specialized program for him. But it wasn't until I met his mom when she came in for the report card interview that I fully understood how powerful responsive teaching could be. At the onset of the interview, I was talking about Kurt's strengths and all the wonderful characteristics that he possessed, and she immediately broke down and cried. She told me I was the first teacher that had ever connected with Kurt. He had been in school 9 years. Please, do not underestimate the value of responsive education. It can change a person's life. Number 3, find a critical friend, someone whom you can trust. My colleague, Dr. Delana Mogadime, is a passionate teacher-researcher whose research interests include social justice, equity studies, and feminist theories. Every time we bumped into each other at social events or meetings, we talked about diversity. And when I started learning about the research methodology duoethnography at AERA in 2009, I knew that I wanted to find a critical duo partner that would respectfully and thoughtfully challenge my beliefs and values. I approached Delana, and she agreed and became my duoethnographic research partner. And how we teach for diversity became our central topic of our work. In 2004, we had in-depth dialogues over 8 months and used duoethnography as a viable tool or strategy to get at our underlying biases and assumptions that both a Black and a white teacher-researcher hold. My takeaway from my duoethnography, Delana, is encapsulated in the finale of the paper that we wrote together entitled Advocacy for Diversity Begins with the Self, Unleashing Silent Stories, a duo-ethnographic account. And it's simply that acknowledging my white privilege is not enough, but actually doing something about it in terms that are concrete and proportional to the degree of its influence is necessary. Teaching in the Ontario context, the course I co-designed with Kathy Rose attempts to do just that. Number 4, awaken your curiosity. Most recently, my partner bought a cottage and he got possession of it on Easter weekend. Buried in the instructions of how to open and close the cottage and all of that kind of stuff was a one-page about the purple martin birdhouse and their migration from South America. The instructions were clear that we had to have the house up by April 15th, since the martins came back to the same home every year to lay their eggs. So while putting it up on April 15th, there they were hanging out on the neighboring trees, just waiting to stake their claim. It was amazing to witness. We have been in awe by the number of winged ones that live, play, and work and feed in our immediate vicinity. At that time, I put up 2 hummingbird feeders. And yes, the hummingbirds visit frequently, which is lovely, but it is the Baltimore Orioles that have captured my imagination and awakened my curiosity. About 4 weekends ago, a male and female were feeding all day long on the feeder, zipping away into the woods behind the cottage. They provided our daily dose of enjoyment. My partner's retired, so he spends a good portion of the week there and fills me in on the goings-ons of the birds. So the next weekend when I arrived, he took my hand and he led me into the cottage and pointed at the skylight and he said, "Look up there." And it was facing the forest. I said, "What am I looking for?" He said, "You'll see." And I did. And there was what looked like a thick ball of twine hanging from a long thread of natural material dangling from a branch on a tree. It was architecturally exquisite. "What is that?" "It's the oriole's nest," he replied. And we went back there, and the male was sitting on the branch protecting the female as she built the nest. No wonder they were feeding so much. They had work to do. So the next weekend I was anxious to get up there and see the progress. Saturday morning, no orioles. Saturday afternoon, still no orioles. So Paul was cutting branches and he had to go up on the roof to get some overhanging limbs, and he found a broken egg. We looked it up and it was the orioles. We also found out that the lady oriole only lays 1 egg per season. Sad. But the good news is last weekend we saw a pitch, new word I learned this morning, a pitch of orioles moving in and out of our neighbor's large maple tree, which not only provided us with enjoyment, but also gives us some hope. So what in the world does this have to do with teaching? Everything. It's about opening yourself up to something you did not know before and allowing your curious spirit to flourish. It gives you something to draw on when you teach. It gives you hope. Find the unordinary in the ordinary. These 4 principles: start with the self, be a responsive educator, find a critical friend, and awaken your curiosity, have sustained my teaching learning practice over the past 28 years. I still enter my 8 o'clock class on Tuesday morning, inspired and ready to teach and learn with and from my teacher candidates, who I would like to give a shout out to right now because 20 of them are graduating today. And to all of you, I hope you consider adopting 1 or 2 of the principles in your own practice, and that in doing so you thrive and flourish while simultaneously meeting the needs of your learners. Thank you for accepting the call to teach. I promise you won't regret it, and I hope we meet each other somewhere sometime in the future, and when we do, I look forward to hearing your stories of walking the third path. Thank you.
At this time, will the candidates for the various degrees please rise? With the degrees and certificates about to be confirmed upon you, there comes a certain expectation that you will continue sincerely in the pursuit of learning and truth, and that as far as in you lies, you will perform and promote the interests and welfare of the university. Do you acknowledge this? Madam Chancellor, as the candidates have acknowledged the responsibility that accompanies their degrees, and as they have successfully completed the courses of study prescribed by Senate, I would ask that you admit them to their several degrees and certificates.
I admit you to your degrees and certificates. Please be seated.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present these candidates to receive a Doctor of Philosophy.
Suzanne Gazella Boyko, Perez Oyugi. Owen Douglas Webb.
I now ask the university's newest PhDs to join their faculty colleagues on stage. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present these candidates to receive a Master of Education.
Gulan Abuzait, Gregory Thomas Walter Armachinsky. Danielle Campagnon. Heather Craig Morton. Jeffrey Bo Daniels. Melanie DeJong. Paul Ferreira, Jason Frenza. Matt Hinckley, Tarek Cowan. Farhana Khan, Denise Locke. Patricia Lewis, Sahana Mahane Diraraja. Farah Marfatia, Monica Matashevitz. Alexandria Middlemiss, Kristen Ann Nilsson. Aaron Pliley, Matthew Reed. Heather Jane Richardson, the recipient of the Dr. Michael Kampf Book Prize. Marie Ritchie. Carolyn Schenkel Bredman, Laura Scamberlerly. Drew Simon, Philip James Smith. Tammy Somerville, Danielle Nicole Stazer. Kyle Daniel Sutter, Monica Mary Weiss. Mohammed Abu Zaid, Sandra Batko. Paula Burrows, Ashley Campagna. Juliana Lucia Campano, Cassandra Lynn Capriccioni. Vanessa Convertini, Charlene Day. Matthew DiMartino, Ashley Victoria Denise. Rachel Ann Dunn, Michael Wayne Fagan. Kirsten Gibson, Sabrina Guida, recipient of the Distinguished Graduating Student Award, Primary Junior Teacher Education. Stephanie Rosa Marie Hubers, Harneet Kaur Hundal. Bernadette James, Brittany Nicole Law. Haley Laird, Adriana Maria Magazzini. Adria Danielle Morano, Ashley Arcilia McPherson. Alexandria McWhirter, recipient of the Dean of Education Award, Junior Intermediate, and Lizelle Mejia. Michael Anta Pavella, Vincent Mark Savant. Alicia Marie Sertakos, Nicolina Sturka. Rachel Swayze, recipient of the Distinguished Graduating Student Award, Junior Intermediate Teacher Education, and James Wakefield Webster. Amy Zavitz.
Madam Chancellor, I had the honor to present those candidates with a Bachelor of Education degree, and Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present these candidates to receive a Bachelor of Arts honors and Bachelor of Education degrees.
Gregory Robert Atchison. Megan Ashley Arai with first class standing. Victoria Patricia Rosamond Augustus. Phoenix Alexis Rihanna Aversa. Amanda Kelly Balick. Elizabeth Marie Barr with first class standing. Mariah Murray Batke with first class standing. Ian Devon Beaumont. Gabriela Bella Diaz with first class standing. Leandra Elizabeth Benedetti. Jacob Michael Bernatz. Michalika Biswas. Kyle Leonard Scott Bowie. Sarah Ashley Bertel. Michael Charles Bridges. Hillary Margaret Buller. Linda Christina Burt with first class standing. Jacqueline Antoinette Carley. Krista Elizabeth Caverly. Brooke Rebecca Cheese with first class standing. Nicole Kitty Kella. McKinley Dawn Clark. Amber Marion Louise Coos. Kristen Amber Quartz with first class standing. Alexandria Alicia Cullen. Tanner James Ronald Cuthbert with first class standing. Morgan Nicole Deloisio. Naomi Lynn Dinnywell with first class standing. Alessia Vitalina De Paula. Madeline Leslie Epps. Mariah Catherine Farrell, Kelsey Michelle Foy, Matthew Perry Galera, Christopher Joseph Jeremiah, Mary Evelyn Grace Gilmore with first class standing, Jacqueline Lee Glover. Jamie Brianne Gowan with first class standing, Jessica Ashley Grant. Connor Gray with first class standing, Crystal Shannon Graves. Lena Charisse Hall with first class standing, Kestra Evelyn Mary Haramis with first class standing. Brandon Lee Harrison with first class standing, Dufferin Curtis Hart with first class standing. Annalise Sarah Haber, Martin Ho. Danielle Irene Elizabeth Hollitz with first class standing, Hannah Jane Houston with first class standing. Danielle Stephanie Jamie with first class standing, Caitlin Jane Jenkins with first class standing. Rebecca Elizabeth Johnston, Hannah Nicole Jotkus. Laura Christina Carpuzis, Kate Irene Keating with first class standing. Erin Rosemary Kelly with first class standing, Julia Victoria Cocorellis with first class standing. Kennedy Taylor Labette with first class standing, Taylor Jacqueline Lacey with first class standing. Julie Amanda Laddick, Caitlin Shea Lazar. Morgan Elizabeth Little with first class standing, Wade Ramsey Little. Sophia Mack with first class standing, Sarah Elizabeth McIver with first class standing. Jake Benjamin Mayuri with first class standing, Juliana Celeste Major. Ashley Tara Manuel with first class standing, Sydney Ann March with first class standing. Kendra Ann Marie Murata, recipient of Dean of Education Award, Junior Intermediate. Rebecca Dawn Marshall with first class standing. Emily Charlotte Pitchell Matheson. Emily Megan Maxwell. Stephanie Elizabeth McCorriston with first class standing. Amber Lynn Kathleen McKinley with first class standing. Natalie Marie McMillan with first class standing. Julie Allison McNeil. Robert Myers. Kylie Victoria Mitchell. Kate Heward Monteith with first class standing. Clarissa Marie Lagme Morales. Alicia Jane Moser. Kelsey Mulligan. Tyler Anthony Neeb. Annie Nielsen with first class standing. Jessica Paige Nowry. Brittany Nicole Nienhuis. Danielle Ellen Parker with first class standing. Amy Lynn Patterson. Gabriella Pavlovic. Kaylee Brooke Pendleton with first class standing. Athena Penna. Taylor Jordan Peterson with first class standing. Erica Ann Pierce. Nicole Suzanne Proud. Alexandra Elizabeth Razzo with first class standing. Jacqueline Reed. Brooke Allison Reitzel. Sarah Amy Remillard. Courtney Jaden Rorabeck. Megan Christine Pacheco Salisbury. Megan Schned. Patrick Liam Sheehan. Alana Elizabeth Smythe. Kristen Alyssa Smith with first class standing. Ryan Solak. Laura Swamanen with first class standing. Courtney Jean Taylor. Vincent Alexio Torelli. Taylor Ashley Tranmer. Nicole Alexandra Marie Travis. Audra Tarota. Rachel Elizabeth Urovitz. Christopher William Van Haren. Alana Stephanie Patricia Vosper with first class standing. Danielle Witter with first class standing. Sarah Lillian Wynot. Amy Marie Wilcox with first class standing. Madison Diane Marie Wild. Irissa Faith Wong with first class standing. Ethan Allen Jarvis Yando with first class standing. Yuen Ting Yueng with first class standing. Sarah Young.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present these candidates to receive a Bachelor of Physical Education honors and Bachelor of Education.
Sutherland Gladys Barnett. Erin Margaret Brown. Carly Ann Calabrese. Scott Russell Marshall Cooper. Adrian Charles Reed Grew. Daryl Jewel Hahn. Vasily Lakouris. Andrew Jeffrey Lawrence Mallory with first class standing. Chantal Pauline Nelamarca. Kavashan Pedadachi. Emily Patricia Ruxton. Austin James Simpson. Kelsey Opal Smith with first class standing.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present these candidates to receive the Bachelor of Science, Honors, and Bachelor of Education degrees.
Devin Albert Bellman. Janelle DeLuca. Matthew Dijak. Ashley Rebecca Gibbons. Francesca Kirsten Kavik. Lana Kader with first class standing. Natasha Ann Kurliak, Marilyn Lennis. Matthew Joseph Marichek, Kieran Edward Mills. Simone Alex Randall, Jason Andrew Ribeiro with first class standing. Jonathan Francis Snyderhan, Melissa Ann Teichgraf with first class standing. Recipient of Distinguished Graduating Student Award, Junior Intermediate Concurrent Education. Glenda Jean Wilcock with first class standing. Shauna Jeanette Wilson with first class standing. Jessica Irene Zujic with first class standing, recipient of Dean of Education Award, Intermediate Senior.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present these candidates to receive a Bachelor of Early Childhood Education honors.
Osato Ivy Aga Elijah. Courtney Baxter with first class standing. Carlin Buller with first class standing. Caitlin Butler. Manreet Dillon with first class standing. Cassie Elizabeth Earhart with first class standing. Caitlin Elliott. Michelle Rachel Gallaghet with first class standing. Maria Grass with first class standing. Diane Hamilton with first class standing. Katrina Victoria Inacio. Angela Japalak. Monique Lelia Larac with first class standing. Jonna Montour with first class standing. Catherine Chanel Pierce with first class standing. Samantha Torres with first class standing. Jessica Yaguchi.
Madam Chancellor, whereas certain candidates who have successfully completed the course of studies prescribed by Senate are absent from this convocation for just cause, I request that you confer upon them their degrees in absentia.
I admit them to their several degrees in absentia.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Madam Chancellor, Mr. President, members of the Platform Party, and especially to our graduates and their families and friends. Congratulations, you made it. Woohoo! As a member of the Brock University Alumni Association and an alumna from Child Studies Psych 1995, Honors Linguistics 2001, and a Master of Education in 2010, I am very pleased to congratulate all of you who received your degrees this afternoon. As a good majority of you will be going into teaching-related fields, I would like to share an inspirational quote from Zepito Marini, who was an award-winning faculty member, colleague, friend to many here at Brock, who passed away this past fall. Some of you in Child and Youth Studies may have had Zepito and remember him. And I quote, "Be a member for the next generation. Our potential for direct or indirect impact on our students is hard to measure, but is easy to underestimate. At the risk of sounding nostalgic, in an era of continuous electronic connectivity, it is the human connection we make with students through our teaching and mentoring that has the potential to be life-changing. A kind word of encouragement or well-informed advice dispensed at the right time can have a profound impact on the decisions and the life trajectory of many students as they try to gain a foothold in an increasingly competitive and complex world. You are going into this world as Brock alumni. But what does it mean to be an alumni? As of today, you join a network of 100,000 other graduates who are willing to connect with you, work with you, mentor you, and advocate for you in your personal growth and professional development. As a student, you created your own network, and now you can carry that network on and build upon it. Here is a reminder of your time at Brock and a showcase of what it is to come.
Your Brock experience is filled with many special moments, from moving away from home to late-night cram sessions to making friends for life. Your time on campus was short, but you are a Badger for life. Whether you live near or far, the Brock University Alumni Association is your connection to Brock at 100,000 graduates. This is a serious social network. As Brock alumni, you have access to benefits and services such as TD insurance for your car, Manulife for your dentist bills, and a Brock-branded credit card through MBNA. Brock alumni also get invited to plenty of events and activities, class reunions, professional development opportunities, and you have access to on-campus organizations through your alumni card, and of course, connections to Brock that last a lifetime. Your Brock email is set to expire after graduation. Stay in touch with us by sharing your milestones on social media. Let us know about your new job offer. Join us on LinkedIn to grow your professional network and meet other alumni in your field. Regardless of where you came from or where you're going, you will always have a home at Brock University. Update your contact information to make the most of your experience as a Brock grad.
Wow. A great video on ways to connect with us here at Brock and what is still available to you as Brock alumni. The value of your degree is a reflection of the success all of our alumni have in their careers and their personal lives. Our alumni are making positive marks in the world, and that impact raises the value of your degree. As you start this new chapter in your lives, see yourselves as ambassadors of your university. Share your Brock experience with others, and be sure to share your successes with us. Please keep in touch. Share your email and follow us on social media. Attend an alumni event, or drop by the alumni office if you are on campus. The Alumni Association is honored to welcome you today and every day. I invite all of you to join us after the ceremony outside, there, I think, in the alumni tent, where you can get your first taste of being a Brock alumni. Congratulations, and welcome to the Brock University Alumni Association.
It's been a wonderful ceremony, hasn't it? Today you have participated in celebrating the graduation of our students, and as you've just heard, our alumni. Each of our graduates have studied hard and completed the degree requirements here at Brock University. These achievements have been supported by the dedication of our faculty and staff, contributions of alumni and donors, and support and the supportive governance of our Board of Trustees and Senate members, and engaged community and institutional partners. You've attended today's ceremony, but I know that you've done much more. You've supported, assisted, and guided many of the students graduating today, and their success is your success. You've contributed in so many ways to their academic and professional accomplishments for each of our graduates before you today. So to you, a round of applause. Together we have helped to achieve the dreams, and you've also assisted in supporting the establishment of this university as an outstanding institution that was formed in 1964. Together, you've also supported post-secondary education taking place right here in the Niagara region. Although today's graduation ceremonies is about our students, it also illustrates what we can achieve together as members of the broader Brock community. Our students, our graduates. Today, you've become alumni members of this community, and I look forward to your involvement and your contribution in the vitality of the university in the future. Once again, I extend my sincere congratulations to each of you on your graduation here today. At this time, I'd also like to ask us to take a moment to recognize those who've worked and volunteered to make this ceremony a most special occasion for us all. So to all those individuals. We will be now concluding by singing O Canada. When our national anthem is finished, will all the family and friends please remain seated until the graduates and platform party have left the hall. We would like to invite you as well to join us for a reception in the tent located outside. At this time, please rise. For the singing of O Canada. Outstanding. Congratulations all. At this time, it's with pride I declare this convocation dismissed.